Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about my husband's commissions, and it's a good check. So I'm very excited to do this breakdown because we are going to cover so much ground when it comes to what we need to spend for this month. But first I wanted to show you guys this Filofax organizer. I got this at TJ Maxx, obviously. You can probably recognize the price tag. But it said originally it was $7.99. It was marked down to $6. But honestly, that's a steal for Filofax brand. And I don't know if there's any planner girlies out there who watch my channel, but Filofax was it for a while. Now, of course, I'm going back several years, and it was like up there with, you know, the popularity of Erin Condren and Happy Planner. But I was stunned when I saw this. It was such a find. Now, it is a dated planner, and this is the first time I'm really even looking into it. So it is 2024, so it's still usable if you wanted to. But honestly, this is such a great binder for cash envelopes because it's got the 6 ring. And here you have the markation, the embossing in the corner, Filofax Personal Organizer. Now, typically, when I think I only had one. I don't want to say I had 2 Filofax. I might have had 2 at some point in time. But the one I had was very expensive. Now, it was it was like the Happy Planner Classic size. And it was really, really nice. But I'm not going to pull this off right now. But anyways, I just want to mention this because if you guys have a TJ Maxx or a Home Goods near you, ours is a combined store. You might want to take a peek to see if you guys have these in as well. It's even got the little F embossing on the spine. That's a great find. So anyways, all right, so I have a new cash binder. I'm very excited for that. I don't know what I'm going to put in there, what kind of savings or anything, but maybe I'll just switch it out once in a while. All right, so we're going to get into this Paycheck. And like I said, it's, in my opinion, a very good one. So I'm super excited because commissions are, you know, they're kind of all over the place. They're unpredictable. At least for us, they are. So we never know if it's going to be like, you know, 0 or if it's going to be 10,000. You know, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm being silly, but you never know. So the last check that we broke down was my first pay of the month, which was on the 9th, and that was for $16.86.69. Now, you guys know I used to make 15 something every 2 weeks, and I did get a little bit of a pay raise. It was probably like, I don't even think it was $1 an hour, to be honest with you, but every little bit, right? So I also want to mention before I get into the breakdown that the September budget kits, workbooks, I call them budget kit workbook planner. I mean, I try to get every title in there. These are available now too. So I have 2 different versions. Well, actually 2 different covers. So you have the wreath, which I think is adorable, and it's more like farmhouse. And then you have this one. Well, this is kind of farmhouse too with the basket of apples, but this is more of a jewel toned, where the other one is more traditional colors. So we're going to get into the breakdown though, because we're still in August. And although I am plotting September, I'm not quite there yet to start writing anything out. Now, I do want to mention that there's going to be a video coming, and it's a sad one because I'm depleting 2 of my sinking funds. So the one is general savings, and the one is home improvement. And you're probably like, why are you doing that? Like, that's your general savings. Well, I need to put every penny of cash that I have that's expendable at the moment toward our windows. So we are supposed to be getting those installed very soon. I know I talk about this all the time, but the point is, the more cash we pay, the less we pay in a fee to put the rest on the credit card that still has that 0% interest for new purchases promotion. And it's less than a year now that I have that, but the least I put on that, the less of a fee that I pay, because they do charge you a fee to use a credit card, like a lot of companies are doing now. I mean, a lot of restaurants are doing that now. I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? Not agree with that? One thing that I'm hearing from both camps, as far as politics goes, is they're considering not taxing tips for service workers who, you know, a lot of their income comes from tips. I think that is freaking amazing. So I did, I was a waitress in college for one summer. And I'll tell you, I think everybody should go through it. I think you should have to put in your time and experience it at least, I don't know, for me. I mean, I know it wasn't very long for me, but, you know, it was eye-opening. Now, that was, you know, a long time ago. But, you know, service is still service. And I think you need to experience it so you know what it's like to be on both sides of the table, both sides of the bar, both sides of whatever it is. You know, service industry, people rely on tips, you know, people who work in hotels, you know, it's just, there's so many people who rely on tips, and I don't exactly know how it works. I'm plugging in right now my fixed expenses, but I think it's like they tip you on a percentage of your sales. But what if you have some really bad people in there that aren't tipping you the adequate percentage to cover what you're being taxed on? I mean, that just doesn't seem fair to me. So I look at it a couple different ways. I mean, I've traveled, and in Europe, you know, tipping is so nominal. You know, you leave a couple dollars or whatever it is, euros, as like a true tip, like a sign of appreciation for good service or something like that. It's not necessarily looked at as part of sales, or I'm sorry, part of their income or their pay. You know, here in the United States, and I don't know where else this occurs, but you're actually tipping as, you know, to subsidize their salary. And while I think that that's okay because that's our system, I still think people should get paid more and maybe have to rely less on tips. Now, there's some people who will say, hey, I make so much money in tips, you know, depending on where you work, what kind of restaurant or whatever it is, whatever the case may be. And they wouldn't want that because they make so much in tips. But, you know, I think generally people might want to just make more of like a base pay and have to rely less on the moods, the generosity, the feeling of obligation of customers, because not everybody is programmed equally. So I am in full support of the non-taxing on both sides. So that makes me happy to see that, you know, regardless of who came up with this as a proposal first, makes me happy to see that they're both in agreement and willing to address that. So anyways, what got me going on tips? I don't even know. Why did I even start talking about that? I'll have to go back and play the footage and be like, where did this come from? Where did we get off on this tangent? But anyways, so I have 3 birthday gifts, family birthday gifts to buy this time. And then we are taking my nephew out for a B-Day dinner. So we're going to it'll be myself, my husband, my mom, my nephew, and his girlfriend. And I'm happy to say he has a very nice girlfriend, and she is super sweet, and she is very considerate. She's a very serious girl. What am I missing? Groceries, dog food, gas, Stella, my prescription, Target, B-Day gift, B-Day gift, B-Day gift, birthday dinner. I'm going to put some down for dining out just because it's been busy and schedules have been all over the place, and I need an extra line this time because I need to put some for miscellaneous. I'm trying to do zero-based as much as possible. But anyway, so he has this serious girlfriend. Now, you guys, some of you, people who have been here for the longest time, you know, since the beginning of my channel, you might realize that this is the same nephew that I'm talking about who used to live with us, and I used to budget his paycheck for him, with him, and we used to, you know, really try to teach him and instill in him the importance of savings and managing your money well. Even, you know, it doesn't mean you can't spend, but just you have to manage what you're bringing in, because as they say, it's not about how much you make, it's about what you do with what you do make. And so, he learned a lot, you know, and I'm really proud of him. But anyways, so he started dating this girl last year, I guess. And probably about this time, no, it was a little bit later than this time last year. It was probably like last September, October, because he was seeing somebody else and she was not it. And I hate to say that, you know, because I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but she was just trying to, you know, she just wasn't it. But anyways, and I guess I'm saying that because I'm trying to be nice. But anyways, so he met this new person, and when I first met her, he brought her to Thanksgiving last year, and she was quiet, you know, she was shy, of course, because, you know, she's probably inundated and overwhelmed at meeting like everyone at once. That was like her first encounter with everybody. And so, you know, I tried to go out of my way to, you know, talk to her as much as possible and make her feel, you know, super welcome and everything like that. And she just has turned out to be a very nice person. She treats him very well. They're very respectful of each other. At least what I can see, you know what I mean? I mean, it's nothing's a fairy tale, but I'm just saying, like, you know, so far so good. So I'm very happy for him. So it's his birthday this month. So we're taking out, and I don't think I need more than 150 because it's myself, my husband, my mom, him and his girlfriend. So there's 5 of us. I think 150 is plenty. We don't ever go over anywhere like super extravagant. You know what I mean? But I do want to pay for everybody. So that's what that 150 is going to be for. Okay, so I'm going to plug in my amounts. I can't wait for this window situation to be over because I really want to concentrate on my general savings, and I want to concentrate on Christmas. So I want to go into Christmas and come out of Christmas the same way, debt-free. So hopefully I can make it happen, but we'll see. All right, so let's talk about what we're doing here. So for fixed expenses, we have both of our car payments, and then we have cell phones, car insurance, and cable/Wi-Fi. So that's the same company that we get those from. Also in there is a landline phone for my mom because that's just what she's comfortable using. So that's why that bill is so rude. It's just so high. A lot of people ask me to, you know, can you just cut the, what do they call it? Cut the cord for the cable? I don't know, cut the cable, I guess. No, because we watch it. And I don't know, I just don't want to. Like, I watch a lot of local stations, and I'm sure that there's a way. I'm sure that there's a way to get in everything that we watch and figure out an alternative service provider, whatever the case may be, but I just don't feel like it. And cable is so easy, and although we do have a monopoly where I live, you don't have a choice in cable companies here. It's still pretty easy if something happens because they have a local office with real people, and their service is pretty quick. You know, if something happens and you need them to come out, you're not waiting a super long time or anything. So anyway. All right. So let's talk about our variables. So groceries, $175, usual suspect. Dog food, I have to put a date here too for these 3. Dog food, $30, gas, $100. That's for 2 cars for 1 week. Stella's new prescription, it's an injection. She's a pug. She has degenerative disc disease, like a lot of people, myself included. So she has a really bad spinal pain, and it causes difficulty when she walks. So she's been on this injection for 1 month, and it has been life-changing. Her little puggy tail is curly again. They usually tuck it, and it goes kind of straight when they're in pain. She's doing the steps on her own. I mean, she just, you know, we still try to carry her, but all of a sudden, like, you know, she'll just be right there, and it's like, wow, she did that by herself. So definitely worth every penny. I would pay more if I had to. Prescription for myself, $65. Target, $214.91. I already spent this. I already put it on my bank's credit card. So I have a debit card for my bank, which covers my checking account. I probably have like a card also for our savings, but I don't know, it's probably put away somewhere because I don't take money out of our savings like that. And then I have one of my bank's credit cards. So that's where I do the majority of my spending because their cash back is really, it's really good. So I spent $214.91 just on stuff. I mean, honestly, it's stuff at Target. And I don't go to Target that often anymore. I used to go constantly, at least once a week. And it was such a money suck. It was ridiculous. Birthday gift, 75, 75, and 50. The dinner out, 150. Dining out for the week, 75. We'll see. Miscellaneous, I'm putting $50 this time. So lastly, let's go down to our sinking funds. We have Christmas Club, 125. Black Friday weekend, 75. I'm really happy with these two. Windows, I'm putting $580. And then 1 through 100 savings challenge, $84. And then $2 bill collection, $30. So that's how much I'm budgeting. Now, I hope my bank has 15 $2 bills. I don't know, we'll see. But I still have to get all this money out and then we'll go from there. But my total, or the total for my husband's commission check was $3,361.24. So that was a big commission in my opinion. So we're gonna add all these up and then we'll see how we're left. So we can add up the categories. So, 183.66 and 260. Oh, no. Oh, Aaron. All right. 320.76, 361.95, 180, 183.66, and 260 is $1,306.37. Big chunk already taken out, but that's okay. We're going to be okay. Our savings, let's go to that. 125, 75, 580, 84, 30, 894. Just going to put that in the total down here. And then lastly, let's add up this final category, which are our variables, which is always like the most all over the place one. 175, 30, 100, 100, 65, 214, 91, 75, 75, 50, 150, 75, 50 is $1,159.91. 1159.91. Okay, so let's talk about, well, first of all, let's assign a date range. So that was August 11th through the 17th. As you can see, I put a date range for these three top items. So this is going to be August 18th. Let's see, August 18th through, I'm gonna flip back. This thing is such a beast. It's gonna be August 18th through the 24th. So let me plug that in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put an asterisk toward everything that we need to get cash for. So I'm gonna get cash for this, this. These are things that I can easily pay cash for. Target, I'm not getting cash out because, like I said, I already put that on a credit card. So I'm gonna have to pay it directly through a transfer through my bank. And that's very easy as well. Oh, I need to get a lot of cash this time. No cash for any of my fixed, and then cash for all of these because these are categories that I stuff. So what I do next, not in this video, but a separate video, is then I'll do the cash prep and I'll break everything down and I'll figure out like what bills I need. Well, like what denominations I need of money for my withdrawal so I can stuff the cash envelopes precisely. So we're gonna just bring everything down to the receipt area. So $3,361.24. Fixed was $1,306.37. Variables were $1,159.91. Subscriptions, 0. So I should do that. And then savings was $894, which brought us to a grand total of $3,360.28, which leaves us a remaining, and I want to show you something in a second too, if you're still here, remaining amount of 96 cents. How's that for zero-based? I'm so proud of that. So one thing that I wanted to show you is I don't have a little space for the remaining amounts, but if you go into September's workbook, I added that. So it's right here, which is nice because it looks just more professional and legitimate when it's printed like that. So yeah, that is the breakdown, and that took a while because that was a lot of figuring for one check. But so the next one, like I said, the next video will be the cash breakdown, and that's when I use the little cash, oh, here's my old one, one of these little stickies, and then the following video I'll be stuffing the envelopes. And I just have so much to catch up on because we're really getting toward the end of the month when it comes to, well, in general, and when it also comes to making videos, because there's a lot of things that I still haven't gotten to, like August goals, July's goals. I never even recapped those. So I'm probably going to do that in a combined video. And there's other things, my year in financial review spreadsheets, I want to update that. So I'm going to do July and August together because I never did July. I really thought it was going to be difficult. Now, let me say this. I did one day, which was, well, no, I haven't done any. I really thought it was going to be difficult to do a video every day. And now I'm realizing if I want to cover like all the content that I think is appropriate to the budgeting process for my different paydays and savings and whatever else I'm doing, that it's almost impossible not to have a video to upload every day. So maybe it's just how I break it down, but I try to do things in segments so it doesn't become overwhelming. And it works really well for me because it just also gives me the chance to live my budget in real time. So when I'm breaking this down, I don't also have to jump right into now we're gonna stuff. Like this gives me an opportunity to do my next video, prep for my cash withdrawal, actually go make that withdrawal, take my time, come back and then do the next video and stuff it in real time. So it really is working out quite well. So if I continue to do almost a video a day or a video a day, it's really not because I'm trying to challenge myself anymore. It's just because that's how it's working out. So thanks so much for watching. If you're still here, leave me some puppy emojis. I would love that. And I hope you guys are doing well. And of course, I'll see you in my next video.